Good morning, my name's Hamish Adams, Chief Executive with Athletics Ireland. I'm delighted to be here this morning in County Kerry visiting schools across the province and promoting the Daily Mile.
Norma Foley, Minister for Education, and I'm delighted to be here today in Flynn National School and to celebrate the 10th anniversary of the Daily Mile, which has been so enthusiastically taken up by so many of our schools the length and breadth of the country. And it's a fantastic opportunity for our students to be outdoors, to be fit, to be active, all part of our well-being.
Elaine O'Dowd, Deputy Principal, Gearóid Primary School in Milltown. And I suppose what I love about the Daily Mile is the fact that it's so simple. And the beauty of it is it's 15 minutes turnaround from desk to desk. So it's very, very doable for all our staff.
From the teacher's point of view, it's fast, it's free, it's fun. From the children's point of view, they love going out with their friends and getting fresh air every single day.
Hello, my name is Liam Fell. I am Principal of Gearóid Primary School here in Milltown. Just in relation to the Daily Mile, we're delighted with it here in that it helps reduce anxiety among the pupils. There has been an increase in anxiety because of COVID and all that. Also, we're hearing frightening levels of obesity among pupils from very young age. So we feel that something as simple as going out for a little run, a daily run, for maybe 10 to 15 minutes will help reduce that from a very young age. So we're delighted with it and we intend to continue it.
Today we've over 1,000 schools throughout the country involved in the Daily Mile, and it's brilliant to get that bit of activity and exercise into people's everyday lives and build that active society.
We're here in Flynn National School and the kids are absolutely buzzing, running around and walking around the school. A break from the class time and they go in refreshed and more attentive and ready to learn more.
Well, Kerry is a really great example here. A very large school out in Gearóid, a smaller school here in Flynn, but each of them playing their part. We now have 1,151 primary schools signed up to the Daily Mile in Ireland. We're 4th out of 87 countries in participation worldwide.
So we started doing the Daily Mile about 5 years ago, and it's been a fantastic initiative in the school. We go at 10 o'clock, we spend about 15 minutes every day, and we have a lovely course around the school. It's uphill and downhill and in and out through trees, and the children love it.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us on this Daily Mile webinar. My name is Gearóid and I'm with Kerry Recreation Sports Partnership. That video was shot earlier this year in Kerry and showed a couple of schools that are already involved in the Daily Mile. What we hope that you will get from today is that you will see what the Daily Mile is about, what's involved, and how to get it set up in your school if it's not already set up. This week is European Week of Sport, so it's really poignant that we're explaining what the Daily Mile is, because the European Week of Sport is all about just getting out, getting active in any way that you can for countries all across Europe. We're delighted to be joined on this webinar with Frank Greally and Elaine Wyllie from the Daily Mile, and this is being broadcast to schools all across the country of Ireland. So without further ado, I'll just hand you over to Frank Greally and Elaine Wyllie.
Hello, everybody, and you're very welcome this morning. And what a morning it is! A beautiful, absolutely beautiful morning of sunshine as well. And we have a great ray of sunshine here this morning in Elaine Wyllie, the founder 10 years ago of the Daily Mile. One school in Scotland started children doing 15 minutes a day walking or running. And that has spread all over the world now. And Elaine will tell you a little bit more about that very soon. But our tally for the schools in Ireland at the moment has gone up to 1,177. So it's only a click away for any school. It's the dailymile.ie. It's easy to get onto. But we have Elaine, a special guest in Ireland for the next couple of days. And how appropriate is, as Gearóid said, in the European Week of Sport. And I'm going to let her talk to you now for a little bit and tell you a little bit about background, but even more important, some good strong messages for the children and of course for the principals and the teachers, because you've been behind us all the way, and the sports partnerships across Ireland have helped us as well. And in particular, I'd like to talk to this morning to give a full tribute to Gearóid from the Kerry Recreation Sports Partnership as well, because they've been a great help, and of course to Terry O'Sullivan at the Tralee Education Centre. This wouldn't have been possible without both Terry and Gearóid. So over to you, Elaine, and I'll come back in a little bit as well for a few more messages from Athletics Ireland. Of course, Athletics Ireland promoting the Daily Mile from the start for the last 4 years, and we're delighted with the progress at the moment.
Thank you, Frank, and everyone. It's fantastic to be here in this lovely country. What a beautiful day. A big shout out to all the schools, those of you who are doing the Daily Mile already, and those who hopefully are yet to start. A massive thanks to Frank and Athletic Ireland. We often say at the Daily Mile Foundation, there's something special about Ireland and the way they do things. You just do it. And your sign up for the Daily Mile has been fantastic. And I love your just do it approach. It's amazing. You're just taking it to heart and making a difference for all the children. Wonderful. So a little bit about how the Daily Mile started. So we had 420 children in our school, St. Ninians in Stirling. I was the head teacher, and someone said to me, the children are not fit. And I was horrified because we were really good at sport and we won quite a lot of, football and athletics and so on. And I thought, how can they not be fit? And so I took with the teacher a primary 6 class out to see if they could run around the field. This is a class of 10-year-olds, and they couldn't run around the field, and I was amazed. About maybe 6 or 7 of them could, and the rest, 25 of them, couldn't run around the field. So they were bothered about it. I was bothered, their teacher was bothered, and we decided, we'll do something about it. So I said to them, why don't you go out every day, 15 minutes, just maybe run around the field, see if you can build up your fitness. I didn't know if anything would come of it, but they not only went out every day for 15 minutes, they invented the Daily Mile, which was incredible. So the Daily Mile was invented by children like you. They made it their own, and never forget the Daily Mile is yours. It's not anyone else's. It belongs to each and every one of you. And so the Daily Mile that they invented then, we didn't know it was a mile at the time, we just knew it was 15 minutes. But it turned out in that time, they were running a mile, averaging that. Some do more, some do less. And they invented all of the Daily Miles. So 3 days a week, you need to do it 3 days a week. If you do any less, you're not really fit enough to enjoy it. 15 minutes, build up your fitness. They ran 20, walked 20, something like that. They did it in almost all weathers, and we have, just like Ireland, we have some rainy days. It doesn't matter. There's always a bit of dry weather you can do it in. And the key thing is it's fun. It's about friends, about freedom out there, and you've got plenty of wonderful fresh air in Ireland. And one of the things the children really liked, and it's now in all these schools across the world, just imagine 87 countries, the children like being in the fresh air with their friends. It makes them happy and more ready to learn. We've got all sorts of evidence that it's good for every bit of you, your physical and mental health, your emotional and social health. So, get out there in almost all weathers, enjoy it. It's nearly Halloween, enjoy the lovely autumn, the lovely fresh air. And teachers, a special shout out to you because, you make it happen. I was a teacher for 35 years, and I can honestly say that the Daily Mile has no workload for staff. And I don't know if you can say that about anything else, but there is no work. You don't need to do any measurement, you don't need to do any planning. Open the door, take the class out, and do the Daily Mile for 15 minutes. It's really easy to sign up. The dailymile.ie, that's the I.
That's it, yeah. Yes, one click away from signing up. Yeah.
Exactly, thank you, Frank. So I really hope to see more and more of you benefiting. You'll find that the payback for the 15 minutes that you take out of the curriculum will be in the health, well-being and attainment of the children. So all the very, very best, and thank you so much for listening.
And of course, we at Athletics Ireland, we do lots of school visits as well. And you'll see it from the video that we visited those 2 great schools in Kerry. And of course, with Christmas coming as well, wouldn't it be great to be even a little bit fitter for Christmas?
Yes,
yes,
absolutely. You'll be really fit. The children get fit doing the Daily Mile after about 2 to 3 or 4 weeks, and then they get fitter. But you're fully fit after just a few weeks. And as I say, if you walk, you can walk 10, run 20, walk 20, run 30, whatever. Build up your fitness, and soon you'll find that you can just keep going. Within a couple of weeks, you'll be able to run without stopping. And of course, on the Daily Mile, you are allowed to walk. It's yours if you want to stop and have a walk. And a blether, we call it a blether in Scotland. Do you call it a blether?
Don't
A
think
chat.
so. Yeah, but we kind of said do it at your own pace.
Of course.
You know, not anybody else's. Now,
No.
I have seen so many children start walking, and within 3 or 4 or 5 weeks they're jogging a little, and then there's a transformation that so many children come back and say, I'm so glad I took up the Daily Mile because I feel fitter, I feel more focused, I'm happier in myself. And a big one as well that you mentioned, I have a great time with my friends.
Absolutely. It's really important. It's social, it's fun, and that's the most important thing. I don't know if you know this, children, but actually it's very hard to make children do something that they don't actually like. Maybe I shouldn't have said that in front of your teachers. But, you know, the Daily Mile wouldn't be happening all over the world if the children didn't love it. So make sure you enjoy it. And, you know, you can challenge yourself if you want to do it a bit more quickly, if you want to get a bit fitter, you can run a bit more. It's not, for able-bodied children, it's not a walk, but you're allowed to walk some of the time. So just make it your own pace is absolutely important. And that's what the children at St Ninians did 10 years ago. They did it at their own pace. And I think that's the secret to why it's such fun.
Yes, like 10 years and it's taken on, like it's like a ripple in the ocean or in water. It spreads out all over. Something good always spreads and good becomes from it as well. So that's what has happened with Elaine. She has spread the news. There's a company in England called EWOS who have been really kind and helpful as well to the Daily Mile in Ireland, as have companies like Healthy Ireland and Tomar Trust in particular have been really supportive of us, and Sport Ireland. So in the European Week of Sport, you make a special effort, I would say, to all the children today to get out, and you're at the end of the week. Maybe the lessons might be taken a little bit back over the weekend. And European Week of Sport, I think, is something to celebrate, and to celebrate in a big way. Elaine's visit to Ireland, it's so kind of her to come over for a few days and spend time with us and see the Daily Mile in action. And I think that has made a big impression on me.
Frank, it's my pleasure, absolutely my pleasure to be here. And one of the things that I think is really lovely for you children is that when you come back into the class after the Daily Mile, you're more ready to learn. Sometimes you just need to run off your energy and just get out there and get a bit of fresh air, and then you come in completely refreshed and ready to learn. So enjoy. Enjoy
indeed. And I was with the Irish Mile record holder, Ray Flynn, the other day. He has held the Irish Mile record for 40 years. And he was telling the children in the school where it all started for him in Longford, that he started his running to and from school. So that's how I started mine as well, way back in County Mayo. So the Daily Mile, you never know that it's every day it's getting you a little bit fitter. And with that, Elaine, thank you so much for being here. And thank you again to Terry at Tralee Education Centre and Gearóid at Kerry Recreation and Sports Partnership. This has been a great connect, and let's hope that Elaine, next visit maybe will hit Kerry as well.
Oh, let's hope so. I want to see the whole of Ireland.
Elaine asked me where are the best mountains, and I told her Kerry. So yeah, I think that was right.
Before I
thank you again for everybody, and we'll sign out for now. And it's been a great pleasure to all the schools. Sign up at thedailymile.ie.
Frank, just before you go, we have a question in the chat.
Yes.
Do you have to register every year? And when you've registered, or if you've registered once, will that be enough?
First registration should be fine. We're actually checking all our systems at the moment, and there will be a message going out about that within the next 8 or 10 days. But at the moment, if you're registered, that should hold your place.
Yeah, and once you're registered, then you're on their database.
And we'll be in touch as well. We have a few very good ideas coming up this side of Christmas, and a few very big announcements to make in the new year as well. So watch out for newsletters. We're reviving a newsletter there and redesigning it. So there'll be a lot of interactive stuff coming up for the children. It won't be just the Daily Mile. We'll be broadening the whole thing as well to bring in stuff about nature and about the outdoors. So a lot of new things coming down the line. So the dailymile.ie, don't miss out on it, because there's a lot of good things going to be happening.
Super. Thanks a million, guys. What we'll do is we'll close with the video that we opened with, just in case some of you didn't see it. And what we'll also do then is follow up with an email, sending it out to how to book onto the Daily Mile and more information, including the recording and the video as well. So thank you very much, guys. Thanks for tuning in.
Good morning, my name's Hamish Adams, Chief Executive with Athletics Ireland. I'm delighted to be here this morning in County Kerry visiting schools across the province and promoting the Daily Mile.
Norma Foley, Minister for Education, and I'm delighted to be here today in Flynn National School and to celebrate the 10th anniversary of the Daily Mile, which has been so enthusiastically taken up by so many of our schools the length and breadth of the country. It's a fantastic opportunity for our students to be outdoors, to be fit, to be active, all part of our well-being.
Elaine, Deputy Principal, Gearóid Primary School in Milltown. And I suppose what I love about the Daily Mile is the fact that it's so simple. And the beauty of it is it's 15 minutes turnaround from desk to desk. So it's very, very doable for all our staff.
From the teacher's point of view, it's fast, it's free, it's fun. From the children's point of view, they love going out with their friends and getting fresh air every single day.
Hello, my name is Flynn. I'm Principal of Gearóid Primary School here in Milltown. Just in relation to the Daily Mile, we're delighted with it here in that it helps reduce anxiety among the pupils. There has been an increase in anxiety because of COVID and all that. Also, we're hearing frightening levels of obesity among pupils from very young age. So we feel that something as simple as going out for a little run, a daily run, for maybe 10 to 15 minutes will help reduce that from a very young age. So we're delighted with it and we intend to continue it.
Today we've over 1,000 schools throughout the country involved in the Daily Mile, and it's brilliant to get that bit of activity and exercise into people's everyday lives and build that active society.
We're here in Flynn National School and the kids are absolutely buzzing, running around and walking around school. A break from the class time and they go in refreshed and more attentive and ready to learn more.
Well, Kerry is a really great example here. A very large school out in Gearóid, a smaller school here in Flynn, but each of them playing their part. We now have 1,151 primary schools signed up to the Daily Mile in Ireland. We're 4th out of 87 countries in participation worldwide.
So we started doing the Daily Mile about 5 years ago, and it's been a fantastic initiative in the school. We go at 10 o'clock, we spend about 15 minutes every day, and we have a lovely course around the school. It's uphill and downhill and in and out through trees, and the children love it.